Take a good look at this mess. The second these feral hogs crossed David's fence line, they sealed their own fate. While his family was away on vacation, these invasive thieves left behind a massive trail of absolute destruction. Coming home to a yard rooted up like this? It pushes the limits of any homeowner's patience. But instead of just getting mad, David got smart. He meticulously planned a management strategy to capture every single one of these natural robbers. Join LWT Wildlife today as we follow America's elite trappers pulling off the perfect catch. Now, what David dealt with in his front yard is just a tiny glimpse into a nationwide nightmare. When a hungry sounder moves from a residential lawn into commercial agriculture, the financial damage multiplies fast. According to the USDA, these relentless feral hogs cause over $2.5 billion in agricultural damage every single year. For a hard-working American farmer, one sounder can wipe out 10 to 20 acres overnight, leaving behind a repair bill easily topping $12,000. That's exactly why deploying professional drop traps isn't an option anymore. It's an absolute necessity. Here's the kicker. These feral hogs picked the absolute worst place to invade. They were incredibly unlucky to step onto David's property. He happens to own a surprisingly perfect homemade drop trap, and his management strategy is truly worth learning. While it's completely DIY, this setup easily rivals any expensive commercial system out there. Built from heavy-duty welded cattle panels, this suspended steel fortress stands over 5 feet tall. Once the gate drops, no panicked hog is jumping out. Powered by a reliable electric winch, it's a masterpiece that guarantees a 0% escape rate. Under the cover of darkness, David serves up the ultimate last meal for these destructive invaders. Using a highly pungent fermented corn recipe, he creates an irresistible buffet. But the real magic? That happens behind his cellular trail camera. Feral hogs are notoriously trap shy, so David watches the live infrared feed with absolute patience. He generously lets them enjoy the feast, waiting silently until every single member of the sounder is feeding comfortably inside. Once pure gluttony completely overpowers their caution, he hits that electronic trigger. Bam! The heavy steel drops instantly. Game over. Once the drop trap successfully comes down, David's approach focuses on extreme patience rather than rushing the job. Instead of stressing the animals out, he calmly and systematically guides the captured feral hogs right into a specialised transport trailer. This careful herding method is highly strategic. In states like Texas, licensed hog buyers will actually travel directly to the farm to purchase the mature ones. It creates a brilliant, self-sustaining management model. The trapper offsets their corn costs while completely clearing the destructive sounder off the landowner's acreage, solving a massive headache for the farmer. While the heavy, dominant hogs go to licensed buyers, David handles the smaller ones with the local community in mind. He keeps these smaller hogs to harvest responsibly, sharing the high-quality food source with neighbouring families. But this strategy does more than just help the community. By herding the entire sounder out completely alive, the trap site stays perfectly clean. There are zero warning odours or stress pheromones left behind in the dirt. David can immediately reset the heavy cage right there, totally prepared to manage the next group of invasive intruders. While building a custom trap works wonders, let's be real, many large-scale farmers simply don't have the gear or the time to manage this crisis themselves. When feral hogs invade, they need immediate professional help. Enter another expert named David, a highly respected contract trapper in Mississippi. With decades of hands-on experience, he has successfully stopped countless destructive sounders from wiping out local farms. This demanding work is his absolute passion. He uses his extensive professional knowledge to support his family, providing a true lifeline to desperate landowners who need immediate relief. In a single day, David might drive hundreds of miles to handle 2 or 3 different properties hit hard by feral hogs. That's a massive workload, but it proves exactly how much local farmers trust his methods. Because of this tight schedule, he processes the hogs right there in the trap. But here is the realistic catch. Handling them on site leaves behind blood and strong danger scents. This lingering smell will absolutely spook any remaining hogs, forcing David to either waste hours dragging the heavy trap to a new spot or find a scientific way to eliminate the odour. The main reason David processes feral hogs on site rather than hauling them away alive comes down to strict state laws. Mississippi regulations completely ban moving these invasive animals alive. Why? To stop nasty agricultural diseases from spreading to fresh ground. So, handling them directly in the trap isn't just about saving his valuable time, it is an absolute legal requirement. He effectively clears out the sounder, keeping the farmer's property safe. However, leaving that strong scent behind creates a very real, practical problem if he wants to catch the rest of the hogs tomorrow night. Make no mistake, feral hogs are incredibly smart animals, with a sense of smell that easily rivals a trained bloodhound. When a sounder is processed on the ground, the remaining hogs instantly recognise the danger scents left behind. If David just resets the heavy trap, without dealing with that odour, the older, smarter boars will mark that exact spot as a trap. They will completely avoid the area. Without a practical way to clean up the scent, catching another group in that specific location becomes basically impossible, and dragging the trap to a new spot wastes too much time. To fix this scent problem, David relies on a highly effective, practical tool, a commercial scent attractant called Critter Getter. After clearing the trap, he doesn't pack up and move. Instead, he heavily sprays this fermented liquid directly over the ground. It works by completely overpowering the lingering danger smells with a sweet, pungent odour. By targeting their intense natural hunger, this spray instantly turns the spooky location back into an irresistible feeding spot. It's a simple but proven way to trick even the most cautious hogs into coming back for more corn. Thanks to this smart scent trick, David never has to waste hours taking apart the massive big pig trap or dragging it to the other side of the farm. He just uses his electric winch to pull the heavy cage back up, throws down some fresh corn, and resets the system right there. This lets him easily target the stragglers that didn't get caught the first time. It is a highly practical approach that outsmarts the hogs, gets the job done fast, and lets David move on to help the next desperate farmer. Let's put you directly in the shoes of an American farmer. Imagine stepping outside tomorrow morning and seeing your perfectly managed fields completely torn apart by feral hogs. If you were facing this massive financial hit right now, what is the fastest way you can deal with it? Would you take the time to catch them alive to keep the area scent-free? Or would you hire an expert to process them on-site and use scent attractants to reset fast? Leave your comment below and we'll reply immediately. See you all in the next video on LWT Wildlife.